Too crazy. We're having some sparkling pineapple water today. I'll put a little lime in there and a couple drops of stevia. Hi! Oh my gosh. Of course, as soon as I get on here talking, I haven't been talking this morning. And as soon as I get on here, I realize my voice isn't quite ready to go. But my heart is. I'm ready. I hope you are ready. Today should be a really fun, it's a theme that I think could have a long-term payoff over a lifetime and maybe even help you immediately. So I hope that is the case, and it's something that you'll hear. There are themes in here that you'll probably hear me repeating a lot. If you make this huddle a habit, healthy habits huddle a habit, you see there's like a whole universe happening there, so which I hope you will. So just to give you a little like what's going on in case it's your first time, every single Sunday morning, it's morning here in Los Angeles, so 10 o'clock my time here in LA, I am live on Sundays. So 10 a.m. on Sundays. I know that's 1 o'clock on the East Coast in US, wherever you are in the world. I don't know what time it is for you, but every Sunday I'm here to give you a space and provide community and support and positive energy. Oh, speaking of, I see those hearts and party signs. Yes. Hi, Chromalish. Happy to see you. And Yana, hello, my love. Great to see you too. So I'm so happy y'all are both here, and everybody else who's going to join in, I'm glad you're going to be here because today's going to be a really good one for finding creative solutions that you might not have thought you had access to. So I'm excited about that. So what we do here on the huddle is every week I show up and I talk a little bit, and I always encourage you to take a little time either during the huddle, because I know a lot of my girlies say, oh my gosh, during the huddle I do self-care, I do this or I do that, and it's just like an anchor. I want this to be like an anchor for you, a place where you can come and check back in with your relationship with your health. And when I say health, I mean physical health. I also mean emotional, spiritual, financial, relationship health. How are you managing your day-to-day life and stress and just anything that has to do with the whole experience of being your fullest, truest self and having the magic and fun and whatever it is that you are looking for in your life. So I'm hoping that you can anchor here each week, come in, check in, and then when I'm done talking, I'm not going to talk for a long time. When I'm done talking, set an alarm for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 3 hours. I don't know what you got, but spend that time on you. Spend that time on yourself and your health, wealth, well-being, whatever it is. So that's what I'm hoping to offer you here. And congratulations, by the way, on taking this time and showing up here and showing up for yourself. I love that. And I'm excited about that. And I really feel like the more we care for ourselves, the more we show up for ourselves, the happier, more balanced, fulfilled, and I don't know, the word juicy is coming, like just the richer and happier we'll be. And we go out in the world, we interact with one another, like we're gonna have more fun, and also the world gets to be a more placid, beautiful, wonderful place. So that's kind of my thought on it. So thank y'all for being here. Hi, Sammy. Hi, how are you? I see Samar said hi, or Eric said hi. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. Oh, nice, from Brazil. Mwah, welcome. Glad to have you here. So y'all, the word that I wanted to give you today is about discipline. So a lot of times when we want to be healthier, we think we need discipline, or we think, oh, I'm not doing whatever it was I said I was going to do. I lack discipline. Discipline is a piece of it. And I do feel like, hi, Fernando, how are you? Hello, good to see you, Sam and Sammy. Oh, thank you, Sammy, for subbing. Y'all, oh my gosh, Sammy, I'm glad you said that. Y'all, please hit the like button. There's a place where you can hit little hearts or little emojis and stuff. If you comment, if you subscribe, all of that stuff is really great and helps spread the healthy word and spread the healthy habit. I love that. Speaking of, we're a baby new channel, and we already have like 140 subs. So I'm blown away and thankful for that. Do I see healthy hair riddles in the house? Oh, yes, as long as I see you here, I know all is well with the world. She says, yes, yes, I'm back. I'm glad you are, baby. Happy, healthy Sunday, and to you too, my love. Like the video. Yes, please do like. All right. Hi, Sammy says, I am 11. That is fantastic, Sammy. Welcome on in. 11's a great number. Do I have a good pancake recipe? Yes, but I'm not telling. Fernando, love the energy. Love yours too. Motorcycle chick, my sweet. I'm so happy you're here. Mwah, big kisses to you, lovey. Okay, so let's get into it. Oh, thank you so much, Ahmed. Happy to see you. All right, so let's discuss discipline. So we always think our culture, at least here in the West, in the USA, thank you for the hearts, my love. We have kind of this, I don't know what it is. It's like maybe it's patriarchy. Maybe it's like, I'm not sure what it is, but it's this white knuckle idea of being tough and having discipline, and whatever you're trying to do, you got to just, show up, white knuckle it, be strong. White knuckles, like if you hold on to something really tight, the blood stops flowing and it looks white in your knuckles. That's where that term comes from what I understand, what I think. So the idea is that you just, if you says you're gonna do it, you have to just be super duper strong, super duper willful, and have a ton of discipline and get it done like you're in the military or something like that. That's a very kind of a popular notion, at least in our culture. And it's great and it works. If it's working for you, fantastic. I'm not here to change that. But I will say this, it's not the most creative way to find the solutions or the health or the well-being or whatever it is that you are looking to do. So I want to say discipline's fantastic, but I'm also going to offer you a few alternatives to discipline, because have you ever noticed that when it comes to doing something you super duper enjoy, you're having fun doing it, you don't need discipline. Ice cream tastes good. Eating ice cream tastes good, right? We don't need a lot of discipline to eat our ice cream. It's just pleasurable and there's joy in it. So that's the first thing I'm going to say as an alternative to discipline. So we can look at discipline like a backup generator. It's great to have it if you need it, and if it's a fuel source that is comfortable for you and you like being disciplined and you have that in you, congratulations, use your discipline as much as you want. But for those times when discipline isn't doing the trick, or if you're not a person who really identifies with like, oh, being that disciplined, let's talk about some alternative fuel sources for you to pursue your, health and well-being agenda. Joy, I mentioned already, is the first one. So if you can find a way to add more pleasure, more joy to what you're doing, whether that means adding some music, whether that means doing it in a more beautiful environment, inviting other people to participate in that with you, that can actually make a big difference. For instance, like when it comes to being physically doing more movement and getting your blood going and moving your muscles and staying lively and happy, some people don't love jogging, running, lifting weights, all that kind of like regimented gym stuff, but maybe they absolutely love walking in nature, or they love dancing, or they might like bouncing on a treadmill, or trampoline or rebounder or something like that. Think of alternative ways for you to do the thing that you want to do that maybe are just more fun for you. So that is one kind of example here. Lana says, I don't like spending time with my family. Get off to yourself as much as you can, even if you have to be with them. See what you can do to give yourself another reality, whether that's reading a book, listening to something in one headphone while you are in an environment with them. So I know family can be a tough one, but there are things you could do to work around that. I hope, my sweet, I hope. Backyard Dog Racing League! Oh my gosh, if y'all love pets, if y'all love dogs, if y'all love competition, please, Backyard Dog Racing League, BDRL, they have some amazing, they are a family, so I am, biased, but it's so fun. They run a Backyard Dog Racing League. They have really fun videos up, and they do tournaments and stuff. Let's see here. Backyard Dog Racing League says, yep, took music to the garden. Now I love to be out there. Absolutely. Art World Magic. Mwah, big kisses, babe, big kisses. Hi, MWF. Let's see here. All right, Lonative, you're just peppering things in here. I don't even know if you're telling the truth. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. I'm looking it up. Will I marry you? Honey, dowry is the first word that comes to mind. Does that mean you pay me or I pay you? I'm going to give you my cash app. We'll keep the cash flow going the direction that it should be. Okay, so so we talked about finding more joy in what you do. Another way that you can kind of have an alternative to just being super duper disciplined is curiosity. Rather than going in saying, I got to do this and I'm going to do this, and da, 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 look at it as an exploration. How curious can you get? I'm curious what it would be like to try this, or I'm curious what that would be like, or I'm curious how people are handling this or that. So that's another thing, going at things with a bit of curiosity. I'm curious, what would happen if I set my alarm earlier in the morning? Or what would happen if I woke up? I had this thing, I was really not enjoying exercise. I was going on these walks and stuff, but what I would do is I would set my alarm for like 4:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, something really crazy, really early, and that's crazy for me, really early in the morning, and I would go and do an hour walk when the city was quiet and it's still dark out and it was peaceful and it felt, safe and all that, of course, but and then I would go back to sleep and then wake up at like 7, and it was like it never happened, 7 or 8. So those are some things, just curiosity, being playful with it, and like what would happen if. Curiosity will keep your the reward system in your brain kind of active, and that can help you do things that you might not normally do if you think you have to just be all on top of it and be all strong with it. Just get curious, like they say, to have the learner's mind, that kind of thing, right? Let's see here. Habituation is another thing, putting things on a system. So if you decide that what's a good example? Habit stacking is one way, but just rather than it being discipline, you could just attach it to something else that you do. So, like, oh, I don't have the discipline to, I'm just making something up, put my keys away in the same place every time. Well, if you put your keys somewhere where you have to use them, how can I say it? I was trying to do this with myself yesterday. I was like trying to remember not to forget something. I was trying to remember to bring something with me, and I did something with my keys. I put them somewhere where I don't remember what I did, but it's slipping my mind right now, but I did something where I put my keys somewhere where, oh no, that's not what it was. I hid something, my keys under something. That's what it was. I wanted to remember to bring a notebook with me when I left. And so rather than being like, oh, I got to remember to do this, I could have set it in front of the door, but instead I put the notebook on top of the keys. So I know I'm going to look for my keys when I leave, that kind of thing. So I guess it's not really habituation, but it's setting up a system where you kind of have to do the thing that has been hard for you to have the discipline to do. So there's another idea. Sometimes also it's just a matter of support, getting some more support. So if you're like, oh, I want to eat healthy, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I keep just driving through going through the fast food drive-through or something like that. Well, maybe you aren't cooking at home because you don't have time, or because you don't have this or you don't have that. Sometimes we just need more support. Maybe you could make a deal with somebody who has time to be at home, who does cook all the time, and maybe you could do some kind of a swap, or you could do something, you could do something for them. They could cook for you. Get support is my basic point there. Like, if you want to start, I'm just using exercise because it's something people think of in terms of health, right? If you want to start exercising more, but you don't have money for a trainer and you don't really know what to do, you can use AI. You can go online and say, hey, this is my situation. This is the amount of time I have. Are there any influencers you can suggest to me, or workouts on YouTube that you could suggest to me, or this, that, the other? My point is, get more support. Make it joyful. Try to have more fun with it. Be curious. Try to work it in with something else that you're doing. And then also recognizing you probably just need more support, and then get that support. You see what I'm saying? So those are some things around discipline, creative solutions, making something new every time by doing it a little bit different this time from how you did it the last time. If you get bored with workouts, I keep using the exercise example because it's something that people are familiar with. If you get bored with workouts, well, again, AI is very helpful for this. Say, this week I'm going to be doing body weight workouts. This next week I'm going to be doing ballet based workouts. The week after that, I'm going to do Pilates based. And if you just keep changing it up, at least you're still being active and you're moving, and you're not going to get bored that way. All right, let's see. Thank you. Eric likes my nails, honey. Let's see here. I look like one of them expensive therapists. All right, thank you. At least I look expensive. Backyard Dog Racing League says, on the positive side, I say I'm setting myself up for success. Amen. I envision the stuff I will not have to do later. Oh, that's a good trick. That's a good trick. So when they're looking at something that they have to do, they set the reward system up in their mind and say, well, later on, I'm going to be glad. Future me is going to be glad that I did this right now today. That is that's a good technique too. Thank you, Adrian. My name's Adrian too. I appreciate it, sweetheart. Let's see. Your healthy hair says, if you make it fun, yep, there are greater odds that you will do it. I drink my water in a crystal glass, baby. Okay, there is something to be said for stemware. Making things a lot easier. Sorry, my little. Putting your pinky up, I think, also adds. But yeah, that is true. FaceTiming with a friend. If there's something like, oh, you gotta hang up a bunch of clothes or do a bunch of laundry or this or that, if you can make it something that you do while you're socializing or while you're listening to a podcast, or if there's something you really, a movie, or stand-up comedians are fun. If you can just put them on, you can find them on YouTube, you can find them on Netflix, wherever. You can put up a stand-up comedy show and just listen to that while you're doing something that otherwise might be boring or might be dull or might be this or that. It'll keep your mind occupied when you have to do something like, I don't know, clean out the garage or this or that. Making it fun, bringing other people in, that can also be really good. Making it fancy always works for me. Let's see here. How long have you been a therapist? Eric, I'm not a therapist at all, baby. The C pilot knows. The C pilot says she's not educated. Thank you. Dan says, is that a plastic cup? It's glass. It's glass, Dan, but thank you for asking. Let's see here. Sharon says, what defines a person, their actions or thoughts? What do we mean by definition? That's a good philosophical pondering. What do y'all think? What defines a person? Their actions or their thoughts? My first reaction to that would be, what defines a person from where? From within themselves or from the outside looking in? I really think that it's more valuable what defines a person from their own inner experience. So I would say it's going to be the thoughts. It's going to be the thoughts, because their intention and what's going on in their inner milieu, I think, is going to really inform that a lot more. But thank you for the question. Let's see here. You are so intelligent and attractive. Thanks so much. Let's see. Oh, and we've got somebody. The C pilot is learning the alphabet, honey. That is so cute. You just keep trying, sweetheart. That is so adorable. You know what? I put on here that we are not, we're not made for kids, but welcome. Let's see here. Alan says, read my name. Read my name, read my name. All right, well, I don't know if anybody was trying to comment and couldn't because of the spelling bee, but I'm glad y'all are here. This is basically what I wanted to say, is discipline is not your only source of access to being able to make changes in your habits and in your life. If you don't really feel like you have the discipline to do something, be creative. Thank you for the hearts, my love. Be creative and think outside of the discipline box. Think about making it fun. Think about approaching with curiosity, thinking about getting more support, thinking about trying to stack it into a habit that you have with something else. Okay, thanks, movie. How are you? Motorcycle chick. When I have to drive for 11 hours. Wow, babe. I bring my mini karaoke. First of all, the fact that you have a mini portable karaoke machine, let's toast to that. Cheers to that. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate it, baby. Oh, my God. Carl says, twin, where have you been, right? Let's see here. Movie says, I'm not a therapist, I promise. Actions. Okay, so hold on. I'm still on the mini karaoke machine. And then Healthy Hair, I'm going to hear what you're saying, because I know it's quality. The fact that you have a mini karaoke machine that you bring with you on a car, in a car for 11-hour trips, or maybe it's a motorcycle. I'm assuming it's a car. That is so brilliant. And then you're there singing, having your own concert. Sweets, I'm just going to invite you to record or live stream that, because I know a lot of us would enjoy that. Healthy Hair Riddle says actions. Okay, the question was, what do you think it defines a person? Their thoughts or their actions? Healthy Hair says actions. Someone could think they want to kill someone, but their discernment and discipline, there's that word again, stops them from acting, so they never do it. We have all kinds of hours, but our deeds are who we are. All kinds of, I think you were going to say thoughts, and it probably auto-corrected to hours. We have all kinds of thoughts, but the deeds are who we are. She says she all about that action, honey. She about that action. Thank you for the rose, Alan. Backyard Dog Racing says life is not destination, never be defined. Boxes are confining, continue evolution. I would agree with that. Let's see here. Alan, definitely not marrying you, babe. Thank you, though. Healthy Hair says all kinds of thoughts. Yeah, that is true. We do have all kinds of thoughts. I know I do. Getting these marriage proposals from strangers, it's odd. It's weird. It's odd. Oh, you're crying. So anyway, did anybody else have a response about that? I'm still on the mini karaoke machine. Sharon says, Alan, that is disgusting. All right, y'all. Take this time after I log off, which I'm going to do in just a sec. Take this time for yourself. Please, please, please. When we're done here, please take a second. Take a deep breath. Breathe from your diaphragm. Relax. Get in the fetal position, cuddle up, and take care of yourself if that's what you feel like. write down your to-do list, prep for your week, say some affirmations, do some jumping jacks, whatever it is for you that is going to help you feel better, richer, more fulfilling life. The word health and healthy and all that, it comes from a root word that has to do with wholeness. So whatever you can do today to put a little flag in your week and say, hey, I care about my health, I'm here for myself, and I'm gonna take a few minutes to just be with that. Whatever that action looks like for you, take a few minutes after we're done here and do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Hello, Caroline. Let's see here. All right. Appreciate y'all. Take care, and I will see you next week at 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern. Oh, wait, one more. Wait. I can't cancel because I just saw Healthy says, play your favorite music. That is right. When cleaning 100%. Set the timer and jam out while cleaning 100%. Chroma says it could even mean thoughts, whatever those thoughts mean too. What could even mean thoughts? Dang it, I must have missed it. Yana, you're welcome, my love. Mwah. Appreciate having you here. Motorcycle Chick, thank you for being here. I'm happy to share, and thank you for the mini karaoke machine. I'm sending you all those hearts back, y'all. All right, I see you around, Alan. Thanks for not holding it against me.